Oh, going
very
to...
fun. Thanks, babe.
How do you say your name again?
Jojo?
Herbafine.
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 It's Josephine is my favorite.
Wait, actually, I got that because I ask you this question every single show.
Ooh, let's go.
So,
I'm excited. We've been preparing.
the great Hillary Clinton once said something along the lines of,
Went down.
women and children are the primary victims of war.
Oh, that's so crazy.
So, between men and women, who's the primary victim of war?
Who is it?
Whoa. You've never asked this before. Oh, my God. I have to think about
Something
I'm
new and
seeing if
different
you've
for him.
changed after
it. No, I've actually, it's crazy because
she's doubled down.
No, it's because I've even asked like my dad who's 20 years military and things like that. And guess what he said?
Yeah, what did your dad say?
He said, women. I have a full text message. I can go get my phone and like show you the full text message of the reasonings. The reasoning is why it's the women that he believes is the victim.
Okay, why don't you just tell us what your argument is then, or his argument that you believe in?
It's the same things that I've been like repeating.
Okay,
It's
we'll
like,
restate it because there's new people at the table, new viewers.
Yeah.
well, it's what you constitute as the main victims. For example, if you constitute a death as a victim, more of a victim versus like brutally like tortured or.
Graped. I feel like a grape.
Graped.
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Essay, let's
see.
just
I
say
can't.
it. We'll use
I
essay.
say it. I can't go into the details of it. Like
Okay, yeah, we
what
can
you
say essay,
constitute.
that's
It's
fine.
like the economy that you have to pick up versus especially the time periods wise of what like a lot of time period wise. There's a majority of men who had to go to war, for example. So women were not working at the time. So even with majority of men dying, for example, you have to still pick up the economy and things like that of the countries you're from, and they were gonna have to go and.
Would the women exclusively be picking up the economy of the country?
Majority of men are dying in wars, right? So, especially at the time period.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not understanding. Clearly, coughing. Sorry, you're not understanding. So they would have to go and pick up the jobs that like the men were like dying from, for example. And so like it hurts
So-
the
so
economy
the-
in a way. And then
So, just to be clear, you put bad economy over millions of men dead?
So again, it's what you constitute of what's the victim of war. Picking up a dead economy,
Okay,
Plus
let's
the
bring it. I'm going to bring
actual-
it. So war is on the macro level. Let me bring it to the micro level. If somebody gets shot dead in the street,
Yep.
are they a victim?
is there another versus
You
what?
could answer the question.
Versus what?
Versus nothing. I'm just asking you a question.
Yeah, of course, they're a victim.
Yeah.
So sad.
Would
Rest
the
in peace.
police? Now, if the police. Wait, what?
I said so sad. Rest in peace.
Okay. So if the police are investigating a murder, for example,
Okay.
how do they categorize the person who was murdered as a what?
A victim.
A victim. Okay.
How do you think they categorize like R-worded victims and S8?
What? R-worded victim?
Or
Victims.
people who got S8,
Victims.
S8 and R-worded and things like that.
Victims.
There you go. So same.
Yeah. Okay. How do you think they categorize somebody someone who owns a business and someone came in and shoplifted a $5 piece of merchandise?
Yes, victims as well. So like,
but so
what's
there's
the
scales,
argument?
right? But are there scales to it? So would you agree when it comes to victimization, somebody who's had their store shoplifted of a $5 piece of merchandise, that's less of a victim than
remember
somebody who's been murdered?
when your
Answer
guest-
the question.
Yes.
Answer the question.
Yes.
Okay. Go
Yes.
ahead.
Do you remember when your guest Andrew Wilson came on and it said, "Would you rather be R-worded or would you rather be killed?" What did he say? Do you remember?
Probably killed.
Yeah, I remember him asking the question.
No, I asked that and he said killed.
Okay, cool.
So there's some people who would say
That what women have gone through in
what
war
women
is
go
worse than
through a lot
men.
of times in war
Is worse than men.
is worse than men.
You'd have to
Yeah, but
define victim like
he also
casualty.
you got to be
yeah.
intellectually honest with this. He also said that he was being essayed by somebody of the same sex.
That's a crazy statement. Don't you understand
It would,
that?
but
I disagree with him. But I guess for him specifically, and he's also not here, so I'm not making.
would it,
No, we're talking about
I'm not
past
making
video.
his
We're
argument.
talking about
would
past
it not
video.
but I'm
mostly
not
be
making-
men in
so-
war essaying you?
Yes, it will be. But he's saying if a woman, he's okay with a woman doing it.
Okay, so but Okay, well, we can get into that if you keep seeming to want to bring up SA. So I get, well, actually, hold on. Before we do that, I should have asked the whole panel this. Who's the primary victim of war, men or women?
I'll keep going, women. You know,
That's fine.